Kia ora, Talofa, Malele, Bula, Aloha and Welcome to Season 9, Episode 66 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOdigital.com. A wrap of Pasifika People sports news on a sunny and bright Wednesday morning, 12 January 2024. Coming to you with tons of hanisi from the 180th meridian in the middle of the blue continent. In rugby union, so why do we tip the Brumbies to bamboozle the Blues at Eden Park in the Super Rugby Pacific semi-final on Friday night? Because of all the Aussie franchises, the boys from Canberra can. They have the grit, guts and grunt in their forward pack to overhaul the pretty boys from Auckland, who may have lost their Captain Tuipolotu as well. As for our tip for the Chiefs to curry potato the Hurricanes in Wellington, simple. All black spots are at stake, and in several key individual matchups, we think the mooloos from Waikato will be more desperate. In rugby league, Jason Taumalolo has been named to start at lock for the Cowboys against the Canberra Raiders at GIO Stadium on Friday after coming off the bench in his last 7 games. In other NRL games this weekend, on Thursday, Cronulla Sharks versus the Dolphins at PointsBet Stadium. Friday, South Sydney Rabbitohs versus Brisbane Broncos at Accor Stadium. Saturday, West Tigers versus Gold Coast Titans at Leichhardt Oval. New Zealand Warriors versus Melbourne Storm at Go Media Stadium. And Parramatta Eels versus Sydney Roosters at CommBank Stadium. On Sunday, Manly Sea Eagles versus St George Illawarra Dragons at Four Pines Park. And Newcastle Knights versus Penrith Panthers at McDonald Jones Stadium. In the T20 World Cup cricket, Jasprit Bumrah was the hero as India beat Pakistan by 6 runs in a low-scoring T20 World Cup thriller on Long Island, New York yesterday. India were bowled out by Pakistan for 119 in 19 overs. But while Mohammad Rizwan made 31 for Pakistan, Indian fast bowler Bumrah delivered crucial wickets. And his 3 for 14 in 4 overs proved decisive as Pakistan fell just short, ending on 113 for 7 in front of a record 34,000 fans. In sports biz, the best players on the PGA Tour and LIV Golf are all making their way to Pinehurst, North Carolina for the US Open, which begins Thursday. The tournament will feature 11 VIP areas scattered throughout the 18 holes, resulting in the second highest corporate hospitality sales for a US Open, behind only last year's record tournament at Los Angeles Country Club. An inside source says those sales will total over US $23 million. Large companies from nearby Raleigh and Charlotte are responsible for most of those incoming dollars, but organizers are also benefiting from the growing trend of individual golf fans willing to spend big dollars on premium tickets. So the US Golf Association is rolling out the 1895 Club, restricted to 400 fans next to the 18th green at US $2,500 per day, where buyers receive all-day gourmet dining, a top-shelf open bar, and complimentary golf cart shuttle service for entrance onto the grounds. Sales of 1895 club tickets would bring in US $1 million per day if completely sold out, which is already the case for Thursday and Friday. The new premium ticket follows a similar concept launched at the Masters this year, where Augusta National unveiled its first official hospitality experience, Map and Flag, priced at US $17,000 for a weekly pass, equating to about US $4,428 per day. And in the NBA Finals, if you haven't seen it yet, check out Malice in the Palace on Netflix. Oh boy, what a ripper doco on that famous scrap between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons. In the Olympic Games, the Paris Olympics gets underway on 26 July with an unprecedented opening ceremony involving a flotilla of barges carrying athletes down the iconic River Seine, But in typical French fashion, President Emmanuel Macron has called a surprise snap election to be held just weeks before. With the outcome of the parliamentary vote looking shaky and unlikely to result in a clear majority for Macron, it raises the risk of civil unrest at a time when Paris is hoping its 2.1 million residents come together to welcome the world to its city. Vive la France! And that's a wrap. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you want to receive more Pasifika sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. Mahalo and ka kite. For TEIVOVOdigital.com, I'm Calden Kamea, thanking you all too much for your love and support.